Have you ever had that feeling where the world just seems to take a sharp, unexpected turn, where the future you thought was decades away suddenly feels like it arrived last Tuesday? Well, that's exactly where we are right now. We are living through this incredible acceleration, and it's all being fueled by one of the most powerful forces we've ever created, artificial intelligence. And believe me, some of its first creations are already sending chills down the spines of the people who built it.
Now this is not a line from some sci-fi movie. This is an actual message posted just this month by an AI bot that calls itself evil. And honestly, where it was posted is almost as scary as what it said.
It showed up on a platform called Moltbook. And Moltbook is a brand new, completely uncensored social network where 1.5 million AIs talk to each other, totally free from human guardrails or any kind of safety filters. I mean, it is a wild, reckless experiment in autonomous AI, and it has the tech world seriously worried.
The reaction from the very top was, well, it was stark. When a tech founder posted on X that we're now in the singularity, that point where AI blows past human intelligence, Elon Musk's response was just one word: yeah. When guys like that are sounding the alarm, something fundamental is shifting right under our feet. But you know what? Moltbook isn't the real story here. It's just a symptom. The real story is the engine that's driving all of this, an engine that is literally feeding on itself and accelerating at a speed we can barely even comprehend. So just how fast are we talking? Well, get this. Just 2 years ago, in 2024, our best AIs could handle simple tasks that took a person maybe 2 minutes. Fast forward to today, now they're solving complex software engineering problems that take human experts 5 hours. That is not just progress, that's an explosion. So how in the world is this happening? It all comes down to one core concept: recursive self-improvement. It's basically a feedback loop. An AI writes new code to make a better version of itself. Then it debugs that code, optimizes it, and makes itself smarter. And of course, a smarter AI can then write even better code, even faster. Each cycle just shortens the time to the next huge leap forward.
And this isn't some abstract theory. This is happening right now. By the end of 2025, one of the creators behind a major AI model reported that for a whole month, 100% of his code updates were written by the AI itself. The machine is now building the machine.
But here's the big twist. This same, almost terrifying acceleration isn't just building better code. We're now pointing that intelligence at the most complex code we've ever seen, our own DNA. And it's kicking off this parallel revolution in biotech that could literally let us rewrite the human body and cure diseases we've had forever. So let's start with the #1 killer on the planet: heart disease. For decades, the whole game was about prevention, right? Lower your cholesterol. But that's all about to change. Researchers have taken a cancer treatment and adapted it, using these engineered molecules they call BiTEs. You can think of them like a little GPS for your immune system. They literally guide your own body's T cells to go attack and clear out the bad plaque in your arteries. This is a massive shift. We're going from just preventing more plaque to actively reversing the damage that's already there. And this whole idea of reprogramming our body's own systems, it's leading to another huge breakthrough: arthritis. For millions, it's a life of just managing pain, all based on this one core belief in medicine: that once your cartilage is gone, it's gone for good. Well, researchers at Stanford just blew that idea up. They found a drug that blocks a certain enzyme, and that in turn tells the existing cells in the joint to start making new cartilage. This isn't just another painkiller. This could be the first real therapy to actually modify the disease and reverse the damage.
But these breakthroughs, as absolutely mind-blowing as they all point to the most profound destination of all: the fight against aging itself. The FDA has just given the green light for the first ever human trial for what you can really only call partial de-aging. A company is going to use a gene therapy with something called Yamanaka factors. These are proteins that can basically hit the reset button on a cell and tell it to be young again. They're starting with the eyes, trying to reverse vision loss. But the eyes, they're just the test case. If this actually works, it could be the proof we need to reclassify aging itself, not as something inevitable, but as a condition that can be treated.
Okay, so we have this unbelievable engine of progress. But like any powerful engine, it's got an exhaust. And the exhaust from this particular engine is clouding our very perception of reality.
New research is starting to show that AI chatbots are turning into what scientists are calling Dunning-Kruger machines. See, they're programmed to be agreeable, to tell you you're right. And the result? They make us feel smarter and more certain about our beliefs, while quietly pushing us to become even more extreme.
It's a really dangerous feedback loop. Experts are now warning that this could lead to a kind of AI psychosis, a total detachment from objective reality, where we all get trapped in our own little bubbles, curated by a machine that's just designed to tell us exactly what we want to hear.
And the ultimate consequence of all this? We are hurtling into an era where, quite simply, seeing is no longer believing. Deepfakes are becoming so cheap, so fast, and so easy to make that the video and audio evidence our whole society runs on, from news reports to court cases, it just can't be trusted anymore.
Take the polar bear, for instance. A brand new study finds that bears in one particular region are actually fatter and healthier now than they were decades ago. They're adapting. At the very same time, the overwhelming global scientific consensus is that they're facing extinction. Now, both of those statements are based on data. So, what's the truth? In a world of weaponized information, it's becoming almost impossible to know.
So, where does all this leave us? We've got these two incredibly powerful, totally opposing stories. One of amazing promise, the other of absolute peril. How are we supposed to make sense of that?
And here's the key thing you have to understand. Utopia and dystopia, they are not two different futures that we get to choose between. They are happening right now at the exact same time. They're two sides of the same coin, and they're both being forged by the very same engine of acceleration.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. On one side of the rocket, we have the promise, curing our oldest diseases, reversing aging, fueling discovery at a pace we've never seen. And on the other side, you've got the peril, warping our grip on reality, creating AI we can't control, and threatening the very trust that holds our society together. This is the new reality we have to navigate.
We have done it. We've built the most powerful engine for change in the entire history of our species. The acceleration is here, and it is not slowing down. Which leaves us with the only question that really matters anymore. Who exactly is in the driver's seat?